Too open. Too open.
For years, you know what I thought was interesting? How about Maurice Watson, the Philly kid, had to have a pretzel to be all right. I don't know if he got a Philly pretzel, but he got a pretzel.
Officials today, Ed Corbett, Jeff Clark, and Brent Hampton. And the Blue Jays in blue have the ball to start.
Very interesting. We're going to see a lot of pick and rolls, and that's what they do. This is a tremendous offensive team. Average 88 a game, top 3 in the nation in field goal percentage, three-point percentage. Providence has to try to slow them down.
A 3 by Cole Huff puts Creighton on the board first. Providence coming off a
great recovery by Providence that time.
Foster able to penetrate and puts it in for 2.
And they did such a good job recovering on that pass. That pass just...
Providence as cold as the temperature outside to start this game.
It's a lot how they started against Georgetown the other day.
And Patton lays it in. Timeout, Providence.
Well, Ed Cooley cannot be happy. Patton beating them down the floor, and right now they got off to...
We're waiting for that first field goal. Here's Holt. And Providence now 0 for 5. Watson, pull-up 3 is good. 10-0 Blue Jays.
Watson is... But, you know, you can't rest because Maurice Watson pushes it up after made baskets, too. How about that move?
Look at the range from Justin Patton.
Forget the range. Andrew, that was big-time range. How about the handle? How about the fact that he's...
The perimeter, and Lindsay has it. Shot clock does not reset. Lindsay doesn't care anyway and fires and misfires from deep. Now Foster transition 3 is good. Just 3 of 20 shooting threes in Big East play so far, but Foster, 1, Ben Bentel option number 2. Bullock was the 3rd option. How's he adjusted this season so far to being the number 1 guy?
You know,
Foster hits another.
He's been good. He hasn't been great. He's been good. And it's his only face zone about 10% of the time this year because people are afraid of the shooting. But what the zone does, it keeps Maurice Watson out of the lane. So that's not a bad idea.
Searden can bust his own, though. That's the problem with Creighton.
And that's it. When you have 5 guys that can make threes, and I'm even going to throw Justin.
Watson lob! Patton the finish!
Nice. It's nice to have a guy like Watson. Watch how Young, though, number 13, loses complete sight. When you play zone, one of the things that you have to do is always look behind you. Look at Providence, showing zone and going man-to-man. But you know what? Ryan Fazekas matches up.
Today. It's a great opportunity for Cooley and the Friars.
Well, I couldn't believe it, Andrew, when I read that they've never, ever in their history been to the NCAA tournament 4 years in a row.
Foster, not... There's Foster. He's had the hot hand in the first. With 10 on the shot clock, Watson. Hands off to Huff. His little 12-footer is good. 5. Patton trying to answer. Wow. He can hit those so Emmett Holt has got 10 points. Foster for 3. Not this time. Patton, the follow! This kid can do it all.
Oh, how long is he? I mean, when he get up in the air that time, all you saw above everybody was a guy soaring with all arms and legs. Now we can see how he has 41 dunks on the season. Well, you better box him out. Talk about coming in unencumbered. That was unencumbered, but boy, he can get up there.
Big Muddy, he was given that name by his teammate Davion Mintz's father. It's a relatively new nickname. We'll see if it sticks. As Creighton puts 2 more on the board, it's Thomas with his first bucket.
And here's Providence showing that zone look again. That's a great pass.
And there's Patton with his 3rd dunk of the half. Off the feed from Kyrie Thomas, the 2. Watson, step back jumper. Look at Patton, the hustle for the offensive board.
And you know, that's a Rodney Bullock putting a pretty good box out on him.
Thomas, the moves down low, off glass and good.
That's what you call an up and under post.
Holt has 14 points to lead Providence. He averages 13 per game. Thomas penetrates inside, and the floater is good. Kyrie.
Here's getting a lot out of the young kids tonight.
That's what they've been looking for, too. Watson the feed, and Patton kind of pushes it in.
And that's what happened.
Foster guarded by Lindsay, nowhere to go. Kicks it out with 5 on the shot clock. Watson, right past White for 2. Just what we mentioned, the defensive end losing. Jackson's got 8 points. Thomas, great catch in the lay-in.
And that time Jackson fell asleep on that cut.
Kyrie Thomas per game. We were anticipating a great duel of point guards between Cartwright and this guy Watson, but it did not materialize today because of the knee injury. Huff for 3, it's good. Well, Creighton continues to hit threes. That's their 6th.
Well, look at the pressure mode.
The seniors on this Creighton team. You've got the transfers. They just have a lot of moxie about them, this Creighton Blue Jays team, and experience plays a big part, as now Malik White, a freshman, running the point for Providence. 2 more for Watson.
You know, for a guy his size.
They had lost 3 straight before the win over Georgetown on Wednesday. What a feed from Patton to Thomas. The Omaha kids connect again.
Well, I mean, this last play, this pass from Patton, the ball goes to the high post, but look what Malik White does. Right here, he turns his head, and when he turns his head, he loses Kyrie Thomas, and that's why they end up with the layup there.
I think it's working.
It sure is. And you know, so many times with 4 on the shot clock here, Thomas has to put one up. He does. And he gets the roll. So many times, players zeroed in for 3. And Thomas, the weak side offensive rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Blue Jays. Watson guarded by Diallo. Hands off to Thomas, who lays it in. Another assist for Maurice Watson.
And you know, Kyrie Thomas does a great job moving without the ball.
Watson coast to Patton, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play.
I mean, I know you want to tell you guys, you got to stop the guy with the ball. Well, good luck stopping this guy with the ball. And what happens is Khalif Young comes to help. Jalen Lindsay doesn't rotate and help the helper like he should have here inside of Justin Patton.
Good, and the lead is 5. Foster quickly the other way. Wow, instant offense for Marcus Foster, and Greg McDermott calls timeout right after the per game. Foster for 3. Yes, it's good. Marcus Foster now with 15 points.
Well, with this group that they have in the game.
2 more for the big guy. Double doubles have been points and assists. Watson for the double-double. He's got it. 11 points. And Watson, what a feed to Foster. That is pretty stuff. Assist number 14. Losing Cartwright, an absolute crusher for Ed Cooley's club. Thomas has to put it up. He does, and it goes in. Kyrie Thomas with 16 points.
And you know,